President Trump asked for corruption and racism in Baltimore County, Baltimore City, and in Maryland. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to give him the corruption. And I'm going to show it to him in such a shorty way. All right? You go to Senator Antonio Hayes and get my information from Senator Antonio Hayes. This is Shorty, so we don't have no misunderstandings. I'm a whistleblower. I'm a whistleblower on the courts. I'm an activist in the community. My activism is homelessness, mass incarceration, and the prison industry. Costello signed off on this. Dante Hickman signed off on this. I didn't twist nobody's arm to do this. You signed off on this on your own. TJ Smith know all about this. This movie and documentary is about Scott Schellenberg. It's about the prison industry. I am Dred Scott. It's about being black in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. It's about your courts and the racism in your courts. You feel me? If you go directly to Rob Fix, he got all this. He got it as a war room. He has everything since 2006. And that's evidence for a federal investigation. For a federal investigation. Because I asked for a federal investigation before. But y'all locked me up for it. You feel me? So we don't want no problems. Leon Pinkett said he'll testify. Mosby been shielding this corruption for the longest. We putting the Constitution to the test. We putting the courts to the test. Schellenberger should be disbarred just like Nathan. And Judge Cox got all my information. It's a world premiere. Micah Studios. Everybody knows Shorty. To be the best, you got to beat the best, and y'all ain't beat me yet. Y'all stole property from me in Illinois and in Maryland. And Johnny Oleski asked for a federal investigation. That property has not been returned, and I have not been compensated. So like I said, this is it's Johnny Oleski when he inauguration. Y'all signed off on this. You feel me? Y'all signed off on this almost a year ago, and y'all ain't did nothing yet. I'm a whistleblower on the prison industry. Right here. Mr. Davis, thank you for your recent correspondence in the Chicago District Office. All right, 30 to 60 days. That's Kerry Cagua. That's President Obama. I went from President Bush to President Obama to Donald Trump. And I asked for a federal audit about the prison industry. Congressman Cummings' office. All right, you see that? I was locked up. And they were running my business illegally. Peter Francott got that. I'm a whistleblower on the courts in the prison industry. I'm a whistleblower. And on February the 2nd at 8:52 a.m., I blew the whistle on the city solicitor. And these were the cases. City, county, state, and federal levels. I blew the whistle. Illinois, Maryland. All right. And this is the original paper. And I got it back. All right. It was evidence. I got it back. It was about the prison industry and mass incarceration because I was filming about y'all. A documentary. Filming. Plain and simple. 2009. It's a reentry program. And that's Miss Gion from the ACLU. All right. You got 135 inmates. I'm testifying on their behalf as a whistleblower. 135 inmates in Baltimore County. And y'all been having this since 2007. That's Judge Cox. Judge Cox got this. I was exposing the prison industry and the money y'all make behind the prison industry. I showed the politicians and put their names on them toilets. This is Johnny Oleski, U.S. Department of Justice. 2019, February. I am writing in reference to Dwayne Shorty Davis. I have met with Mr. Davis on several occasions. All right? I am requesting that you and your office take another look at my case. If you take a look at my case, you got to go Baltimore City Council, the mayor, Baltimore City Delegation, Baltimore Police Commissioner Harrison, Marilyn Mosby, and Chief Hyatt. You got to investigate everything here. You just can't cherry pick it. You feel me? I'm a whistleblower. I blew the whistle in 2009. 1402 Lockton. I was kidnapped from my residency. You feel me? I was kidnapped. There's the cases. That Schellenberger right there has violated his oath of office, denying me due process and equal protections, theft-related crimes. All right? See who had it? It's notarized. That's legal mail. 2012. Congressman Cummings had this. Governor O'Malley had this. The ACLU had this. ABC2 had this. Cardin's, Mikulski, Lawyers Association. I'm a whistleblower in the courts. I'm the little demon around town. And we're going to talk about O'Shea and Brandon Scott. Like I said, I wrote Judge Cox when I started this. Judge Cox and Chief Justice Roberts has this when I started this in 2007. It's about the court and the criminality in the court behind the war on drugs. Here it goes. Talking about ceasefire and ceasefire weekend. Because, see, we did ceasefire. I brung ceasefire from Chicago. You can ask Val King. I brung ceasefire from Chicago in 2006. All right? When my son got killed. You can ask Mark Steiner, WEEA Radio, Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle. Y'all want to have a ceasefire, but you don't want to talk about ending the war on drugs. You want to keep the war on drugs, then you're going to keep burying bodies. You're going to keep burying bodies. Now, you can go to C.D. Witherspoon. You can go to Ivan Bates. You can go to Larry Young, because Larry Young know all about this. You can go to J. Wendell Gordon, because y'all make money off of dead bodies. Y'all keep this war on drugs alive so y'all can keep money going. That's how the courts function. You go to the Speaker of the House, because I testified in Annapolis. I testified in Baltimore City, and I testified in Baltimore County. City, county, state, and federal levels. I talked to John Conyers long before he died. I talked to Pugh when she was Senator Pugh. I talked to Frost when he was Senator Frost. I testified in front of y'all. The Black Caucus. Congressman Brown testified in front of you, gave you evidence. I gave you the Minority Report. Zirkin got it. Lafferty got it. Broschini got it. And me and Huff just had a conversation less than 2 months ago. In September, we had a conversation. Delegate Ray, Conway, I testified in front of you. GOP Carter, Bilal, and Mosby. Yeah. Racism don't work without black cooperation. And not nan one of these people I'm naming and putting on this storyboard can deny nothing I'm saying. Bruce Miller and the Speaker of the House. Just because you change the faces ain't mean you change the politics. Racism don't work without black cooperation. You feel me? Talking about prescription medication and cleaning this up. Because like I said, I was insured. It was a community conversation about opioids. I went to file a class action lawsuit for $2.5 billion in 2007. I'm going to file a $12 billion class action lawsuit in 2020. And everything that Congressman Cummings got, everything that Hogan got, y'all got to turn over to President Trump. Because we're going to talk about opioid abuses in the prison industry. We're going to talk about opioid abuses in the prison industry. I was there. I was incarcerated. I seen how you use it. I seen the prescription medication. I seen the abuses by the state. And I got it all on tape, like Watergate. I got your house of cards right here. Theft, burglary, all files and transcripts. All right? That's your job to defend me as a business owner. I got consumer protection fraud. You protecting corruption because you sit in that seat as a Democrat. You're going to have to take the Democrat off of your hat and do your job as an attorney general. I'm a whistleblower. You're going to have to give me the protections that you give a whistleblower. You're going to have to give me the same protections you gave that white whistleblower in Washington, D.C. to this black man in Baltimore. Opioid abuses. Like I said, we getting ready to clean this shit up. It's Mr. Clean. And we getting ready to clean this shit up. Y'all made me famous for toilets. I told y'all when y'all started this, you rather walk through hell with gasoline draws on. Told y'all I was going to shit on the police, and I'm going to shit on you. Donnie Moses did that Stop Snitching video. made a little comment about the Stop Snitching video. What about the dirty cops, the judges, and lawyers involved? I'm going to give you some Martin Luther King. I'm going to give you some Dred Scotton. Yeah, and the signifying monkey. I'm going to give you some John Brown. I'm going to give you some Donald Trump when he put that bounty on those people's heads in the Central Park 6. And I'm going to give you my letter that I wrote my mama the day that she died, February the 2nd, 2011, when y'all kidnapped me from my family. You feel me? President Obama, I'm going to talk about the shit that's going on. You kidnapped me from my family. You feel me? That's the letter I had to write while I was in jail that my mother never got. Because you kidnapped me. Dog, level up. Got the Obama tapes. The Obama tapes. We got the Trump tapes. President Trump doing a reentry program. He's doing a reentry program. President Trump is doing a reentry program. That's a jailhouse diary from 2007. That's a jailhouse diary from 2011. See it? It's notarized. This is the proof that I was making a movie about racism in the judicial system. And I got it documented. 188 pages, 488 pages. I got it documented in the Minority Report. And like I said, I am Dred Scott. I got everything broke down so everybody can see it, read it, and believe it. I got jailhouse diaries and I got supporting evidence. Y'all locked me up because I was asking for Martin Luther King's job. You can go get my files from the FBI, Department of Justice. Yeah, I asked for his job because it's been vacant far too long. But 2020, I'm going to go ask for Thurgood Marshall's job because I want his job. We're going to go to the Public Justice Center. Went to the Public Justice Center. They sent this shit back. So I'm going to turn this over to the Department of Justice and the Inspector General. I'm going to get it to the Inspector General. All of this to the Inspector General. I'm going to give him T.J. Smith. It's going to be Baltimore Rewired. You feel me? I'm going to give you everything my father taught me as a veteran of the United States Navy. I took an oath of office. So we're going to show you that Black Lives Matter. This is a time to pee, and we're going to see who's talking. Yeah, potty training politicians. Johns Hopkins University got this. We're going to start with President Bush, go to President Obama, and we're going to end with President Trump. But like I said, ain't no law against making a movie. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And y'all ain't beat me yet. You feel me? You ain't beat me yet. You ain't beat me yet. I'm the king of talking shit and I can back it up. Remember that. The king of that.